more full than the way we typically share the gospel, because it talks about how Jesus not only died for our sin, which he did do, but when Jesus died on the cross, this is something we know, it's something you're taught, but it's not something we talk about when we preach the gospel to people that don't know him. When Jesus died on the cross, he did that also to defeat the power of Satan. How many of us know that?
Hallelujah.
We all know that. How many of us, when we share the gospel with people that don't know Jesus, talk about that part of the purpose of the cross? Almost none of us. And yet, that's why Jesus came. The first promise of the coming Messiah was all about that. Do we know when it was, that first promise of the coming Messiah? In Genesis 3:15. God was cursing the serpent. And in that curse, he said, "Serpent, one day the seed of the woman will come." We know who that is. That's Jesus, right? One day, Satan, the seed of the woman, will come, and he will crush your head, yet you will strike his heel.
Amen.
That's the first prediction, the first prophecy from God himself, speaking of Jesus coming and dying on the cross. The first mention of Jesus dying on the cross is crushing Satan's head. How come we don't talk about that in the gospel when we present the cross? Why? I don't know. I asked the question, but I don't know the answer. Today we're going to talk about the heart of Jesus Christ for those that don't know him. And before I proceed any further, I'm going to ask the Lord to bless this. Lord, this is your word. I ask that you, by your Spirit, would lead as I share. I ask that I would decrease and that you would increase, Jesus. And I ask that it would be not just for me, but for everyone in this room that can hear your word. We love you, Lord. Come, Lord Jesus. Amen. In Matthew chapter 9, verse 36, we see something of the heart of Jesus for the people of the world. For people that more full than the way we typically share the gospel, because it talks about how Jesus not only died for our sin, which he did do, but when Jesus died on the cross, this is something we know.